Morehead State Volleyball head coach Jaime Gordon and senior defensive specialist Lindsey Roth join us here on MSUEagles.com following a 3-0 victory over Eastern Kentucky. Coach, it seemed like a very balanced effort tonight, but when you look at the stat sheet, one thing that stands out, you outblocked Eastern Kentucky 11-1, and that made a big difference tonight.
It did. It was nice to see our block back. We had a couple really good performances heading into conference play. 17 blocks against Pitt, 12 blocks against Kentucky, and then this weekend really only had 8 total in the 2 matches down in Nashville. So for us to get that piece back was really nice, and it wasn't also just the 11 terminating blocks. There was a lot of deflections, and also allows for our defenders out of the back row like Lindsey the opportunity to kind of read those attackers a little bit better, and gives them some opportunities for execution as well.
Lindsey, just talk about Eastern Kentucky also on defense had a very good night, and it just seemed like there were a lot of long rallies, and you were a big part of the defense. You had the team-high 13 digs tonight. Just talk about, what it took to get the win, and defensively, you guys just really had to be on your toes and keep it up and not let up.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of long rallies out there, but like Coach said, I have to give all the credits to the blocks. They had, if it wasn't a touch, it was a block kill or something. But they did a very good job. They made my job easier. All the defensive players, definitely give them credit.
Coach, just talk about this rivalry. I know you've beaten Eastern Kentucky 15 times, but a stat like that sometimes people take for granted, and it's not, you don't just walk in and beat Eastern Kentucky. Even though you beat them 15 times, it's not like you're just walking in. It's a very tough match, and they put up a good fight.
Yeah, they are. They're a great program, very well coached. They've got some tremendous athletes. We've been very fortunate to kind of put a streak together. But those types of streaks happen by these guys not focusing on them. They don't think about, hey, have we beaten them before or anything. It's the moment. You got to stay in the moment, and those types of things. You can look back on when the season's over, when careers are over, and you can say, oh wow, look what happened. But if you're thinking about those things, you'll never actually create them. And I think these women do a fantastic job of really taking advantage of every opportunity at practice to get better, and then really applying what they do come game time.
Lindsey, 3-0 start to the OVC play, also a big long streak in the OVC conference. I know you're not focusing on that as we just talked about, but just talk about the importance of focusing every day and getting victories and continuing to play well.
Yeah, it feels great being 3-0 right now, but we have a lot to continue to work on. All the teams we're going to be playing are going to be just as good as the next, so we need to focus every day and practice and take each game at a time.
Lindsey Roth and Jaime Gordon, our guest on MSUEagles.com. Coach, coming up a 1-game shot to Murray State, and kind of a surprise team in the league, maybe not to themselves, but Murray State right in the top of the race over on the other side of the OVC. Just talk about what it'll take. I know it's a tough road trip down to Murray, always a tough place to play, but what will be the focus this week as you head into Murray State?
Well, I would first say I think it's anybody that knows that team and that coaching staff. It's not a surprise to them. They do a very good job of preparing their team. They've got some great talent within there, and they balance solid offense efficiency with some very scrappy defense. So we're going to have some similar performance down there as we did tonight, especially in the third set. I thought our offense was really solid in the third set, kind of sputtered a little bit in the first 2. I thought our team responded well to that, so we've got to carry that momentum through. It would be great if we could have a type of blocking night that we did tonight down there, but ultimately it's about us being prepared on our end, making sure that we've got a good scout. Ed Tolentino has been doing a fantastic job preparing our team for our opponents. He spends hours and hours breaking down film and breaking down their offense and tendencies and stuff like that. And these guys are doing a tremendous job of soaking it in and then utilizing it come game time. So we need to make sure we're very well prepared against them and kind of hope for the best.
Lindsey and Coach Gordon, thanks for joining us. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.